Nakakamiss naman magloming Batangas. Ang malapot na sabaw at meaty lomi ng Chowking. Naku, favorite ko yan at masarap kasabay niyan ang siopaw asado. Pero, bakit nga ba lumalabnaw ang sabaw ng lomi kapag lumalamig? Pag-uusapan natin ngayon yan sa episode natin sa Small Chunks in Food, Science and Us. Welcome sa ating YouTube channel. Nag-feature ako ng trivia at explanation based on science behind our food. Kung bago ka pa lang sa ating channel, please do hit like and subscribe para ma-notify ka sa mga bagong uploads natin. You will debunk myths about food so you will have an informed decision in making food choices that are free from guilt and fear. So, let's talk about science behind our food. Let's talk. Lomi. Let's start. It is usually made with thick egg noodles, cabbage, carrots, chopped pork, and pork liver, all in a thick savory broth. On its own, this Chinese-Filipino noodle soup is a simple but filling dish. However, this Batangas Lomi recipe kicks it up a notch. May isi-share akong secret na ginagamit ng mga giant company na nagpo-produce ng masarap na Lomi. Ito ang secret sauce ng Lomi. Ano nga ba ang sikreto ng secret sauce na yan? The consistency of the Lomi sauce is determined by the thickening agent. Traditional Lomi uses cornstarch, which thickens the sauce. So, what is starch? Starch is a carbohydrate commonly found in nature and one of the primary sources of food energy for human beings. It is regularly eaten in the form of wheat, rice, potatoes, corn, and other staple foods cultivated throughout the world. Alongside fiber and sugar, starch is one of the three main categories of carbohydrates. Starch is composed of two types of polysaccharide molecules, amylose and amylopectin. These two components of starch serve as thickening agent, water binder agent, and gelling agent. They are very useful in our everyday life nowadays. As a thickener and stabilizer for pasta, noodles, puddings, custards, soups, sauces, gravies, pie fillings, and salad dressings, as water binder agent in pudding, salads, and in our Lomi. Why is it called starch? Well, the word starch is from Germanic root with the meaning strong, stiffen, and strengthen. So, as I have said earlier, they are found in root crops like potato, cassava, or tapioca, grains like rice, wheat, and corn. Let's explain now how gelatinization occurs in cornstarch. Cornstarch needs heat in the ballpark of 203 Fahrenheit in order for starch gelatinization, the scientific process in which starch granules swell and absorb water, to occur. In other words, if you don't heat your cornstarch to a high enough temperature, your mixture will never thicken. But why do they choose cornstarch instead of other thickening agents? Here are the properties of cornstarch. Gelatinization temperature 62 to 72 degrees Celsius, so it's actually in a warm state, not on a boiling temperature yet at 100 degrees Celsius, enough for us to handle during eating the soup Lomi. So once it cools down below 61 degrees Celsius, the starch will start to become watery. Hindi na niya kayang i-hold yung water once na bumaba yung temperature below 61 degrees Celsius. As a result, lumalabnaw yung sabaw ng Lomi. There are other sources which will serve as a thickening agent such as flour, agar-agar, algin or sodium alginate, gelatin, gum arabic, gum tragacanth, tapioca. But cornstarch is thicker than flour. But if you want to have a thick sauce, even if it gets cold, flour is one thing that I recommend since it's more stable to bind the water below 61 degrees Celsius. So, what is the difference between using gelatin and cornstarch in food when it comes to gelatinization or as thickening agents? Most of the animal source thickening agents like gelatin are more stable as water binder at colder temperature. On the other hand, starch, which is basically from plants, are more stable in hotter temperature. Thank you for your reaction. Comment down below.